Reduced St. John Fisher to a world of pain, and we've got all the highlights.
After that, first rounder Matthew Schaefer has been setting records for rookie seasons after just passing his 18th birthday. How's he doing so far?
And finally, the lone team still winless, the San Jose Sharks. Welcome back to Hockey Talk, the show made by hockey fans for hockey fans. My name is Rob Finger, along with my co-hosts Eric Palmieri, Evan Shomes, Joe Seidman, and Chris DeLuca. Unfortunately, the Rangers fans have taken over the program. We shall start with the games that occurred right here over the weekend as both Lakers hockey teams took on the St. John Fisher Cardinals for their first games in the Cardinals program history. We've got highlights packages for the men's game, but we have to start with the ladies first. So that women's game as well, you have to think that this is a good start for Oswego, but it's also simultaneously a very good start for St. John Fisher's women's team.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I will say I was hosting that game for WTOP. One of the things I said was the St. John Fisher's women's hockey team has a lot of similarities to what I saw in the Oswego State men's hockey team last year. I mean, a lot of the freshmen trying to get more experience. They look, obviously chemistry is a little low right now, but they looked really good in their first preseason game, especially as the periods went on.
Yeah, and one of those things that you mentioned with the men's hockey team, all of them came in at once and were able to learn a system all at once. So you have to think that maybe something similar to that is going on with St. John Fisher as well.
100%.
Because St. John Fisher, the women's team, 18 of 21 of their players were freshmen. So, like,
yeah,
you got to imagine.
that's
their
almost
first
exactly
time
the
in
same
college
number.
Hockey. So, and, you know, you saw in the first period for the women's game and the men's game, respectively, the St. John Fisher was just kind of all over the place. But then what was kind of cool that we got to see is we got to almost see them gel in real time, where then by the third period, they were able to knock in their first goal and only allow one goal against Oswego. So
yeah, especially, I mean, with that women's team as well, you've got, like, they scored 3 different goals, but you've also got all that turnover that happened after last year. You had all these players that were coming in from, you know, different places to fill in gaps. Notably, one that I do want to talk about is Helen Van Dam, number 3. She got the C from Mac Hall from last year, and that is a heck of some boots to fill after Mac Hall was just so utterly dominant for the Lakers while she was here, and especially as well in the goaltending department as well. Mia DeVivo having to fill in for Lexi Levy. I mean, how do we think that Mia did in this one year?
Well, those are tough shoes to fill. Obviously, Levy did so much for the Oswego program, but DeVivo in her first start, she looked really good. Like, obviously, you take it with a grain of salt with St. John Fisher. I mean, that's so many components just all coming together at once for them. But DeVivo looks solid. So
Yeah, I mean,
excited to see what she does against Nazareth.
and shifting over to Van Dam, I mean, obviously Mac Hall was huge for this Lakers team, but Van Dam, like last year, don't make no mistake, she was also an integral part into that team last year. So, I mean, it's the obvious choice to give her the C, and especially with those non-seniors coming up, whether they are seniors or they're sophomores or juniors. I mean, Van Dam, DeVivo. I mean, there's just huge impacts on this team and they're going to be able to help lead these 12 new freshmen for the Lakers into how they run their team.
That's the thing as well. Very inexperienced team for Oswego, but they didn't look like it yesterday. They looked very experienced.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, especially with those somewhat new players, you had that time in the beginning of the season to get practicing and kind of teach all these systems as well. And you have to think that, you know, I use the term elder statesman, but I mean, I have no other term to use, but you have to think that those players are the ones that are showing them, like, yeah, this is how Oswego hockey works. And it worked perfectly for them. 3-1 was the final between the Oswego Lakers women's hockey team and the St. John Fisher Cardinals. Now, we'll head into the men's game. We've got the highlights coming up right here on screen for you from that whole game here. It was a heck of a blowout, so we'll run them highlights. The Oswego State Lakers taking on the St. John Fisher Cardinals for the first men's game in their program history. We'll go to the first period here, about 16 minutes in, wrapping it back around, then back to the top for Travis Baker. What a goal that was, just rifling it into the back of the net. And then we go later into the period, 3-0 Oswego here, but we've got a chance for the Cardinals, and the first goal in their history scored right there on Brandon Milberg. 3-1 Oswego here with 3 minutes left to go. Sending it right back in, walked in, passed back towards the center, and another goal here for the Oswego State Lakers. Justin Ryan on that one. What a goal scored, putting them back up at a 3-goal lead. We'll go back here on a power play. Quick shot and scored. This one, Matt McQuaid. What a goal from right in the high slot. And we'll go back here. Watch one of the quickest goals you've ever seen. Nicholas Miller right off of the turnover in the slot once more. It's now 6-1 Oswego. Now get ready for about the weirdest goal you've ever seen. This one bounces off of the back of the inside of the goal and bounces right out. But it's a 7-1 game for Oswego, courtesy of the magician that is Matt McQuaid. Now we'll go back into the third period here, about halfway through, as Kai Soar comes soaring right in and is able to put one past the goaltender for Oswego. Yeah, Manzi, the new goaltender here, but still, all three goaltenders left with one goal, giving up a piece, and we'll get back into the offensive zone here, and a quick shot from the circle puts it at 8-3 in favor of the Oswego State Lakers. And at the end of the game here, we had a little bit of fisticuffs in the corner. Clearly tempers flaring, especially for St. John Fisher. I mean, you're in your first game, but you get beaten 8-3 by a conference champion. Clearly not the best feeling, but still a lot of room to grow for a program like St. John Fisher. And Oswego takes that one 8-3. And the one word that I'd use to describe that game, hectic. Hectic all the way through. My goodness.
Absolutely. I mean, you saw at the end, it got so chippy at the end. Just fists were flying, gloves are getting thrown off. I mean, these teams obviously are passionate about what they're doing here.
And that's yeah. Oh, sorry, Chris.
No, you go.
That's the
start. You go, buddy.
That's the start you want if you're the Lakers, putting up 8 goals. You know, you lost a lot of key players. You lost Colabufo, who's still coaching, but you still had the offensive capacity to put up 8 goals against a new team. The Lakers are dangerous this year. Everyone's got to keep an eye on them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, hey, they're coming in as reigning SUNYAC champions, so you got to think that there's going to be a little bit of a target on their back, especially with Hobart and Skidmore coming into play here, and just seeing all the regular suspects, you know, Matt McQuaid, Travis Baker, like all these guys just coming back and making it happen right as they get out the gate here.
One thing we can't forget, too, one of the best players isn't even a player at all. It's the crowd. I think that, especially with Hewlett playing his first game, letting in those 7 goals, I think a big part of that was the mentality. I think that the almost toxic at times fan base that is Oswego, it really puts a damper on a goaltender's game, especially if it's someone's first game. And I think that he really cracked under the pressure a little bit there. But that being said, once they swapped their goalie like halfway through the second and put in Sebastian Woods, he looked really solid, letting in only 1 goal.
I really hope that for the sake of St. John Fisher, they actually put in Sebastian Woods for the rest of the season here, because he is easily the starter. I made the analogy.
Second period, he faced 13 shots, saved all 13 of them. He faced 11 in the third, only allowed 1. 24 shots against, only 1 let in. I mean, that's night and day when you look at what Ouellette was doing.
I was right there on the glass for that third period. He was making some impressive saves.
So credit where it's due to Sebastian Woods. Well, don't go away, hockey fans, because we are just getting started. A slew of great hockey games happened in the NHL over the past 2 weeks. and we're here to discuss the best of them.
Oh,
We'll be
yeah.
right back here on Hockey Talk.
Say, President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I'd turn to Storm Team 10.
No,
right
but you've
here.
got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
If you like action, romance,
sister, if you're watching this,
and highbrow humor,
surface is this.
Floor. Minch did not legitimately put his head in the toilet.
there's only one place to turn. Tune in to new episodes of
Oh boy!
only on WTOP.
Welcome back to Hockey Talk, the show made by hockey fans for hockey fans. My name is Rob Finger, alongside Eric Palmieri, Evan Shomes, Chris DeLuca, and Joe Seidman.
And I'm going to interrupt you for a second. The Rangers have just scored at home. We did not
Yes.
break the record.
As
we
of
did not break the record.
7:12
Yes.
p.m. Eastern Time, the New York Rangers have scored their first goal at Madison Square
It's about time.
Garden.
Artemi
Yes.
Panarin, assisted by Mika Zibanejad, who is coming back this year, and Will Cooley.
Who has it better than us right now, Chris?
Who does have better than us? Not the Canadians.
Or the
Why don't you
Sabres.
tell me?
Speaking of, unfortunately, we do have to cover a certain Montreal Canadiens game that went down a little bit ago.
Went down.
Yeah,
Go down
that,
for
it went
Canadians.
down not great. We'll start out by mentioning the fact that the Canadians had the lead with a 2-0 lead, but then gave up 4 unanswered goals. And
unfortunate for
only
you.
Noah Dobson could
Hey,
equalize, or even try to equalize.
you're welcome.
Yeah. I'm starting to feel like we lost that trade.
Do you think so?
Wait, you think you lost?
You're realizing that now?
You lost to the 2025 Rangers.
Yeah.
To the 2025 Rangers, yeah. The ones that are coming off of their playoffs to no, or President's Trophy to no playoffs speed run, which I
Guys living in the past.
honestly living in
played
the
2 days
past.
ago.
Saying that to a Canadiens
He's
fan,
coping.
saying that to a Montreal Canadiens fan who are looking towards the future with a very young core that are now locked down for the next 7 years. Can you say that about me?
So you're gonna be terrible for the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years.
No, we're not.
No.
I'm sorry.
When you have
future, bro. The future isn't now.
The
then.
future's in the ground, dude.
Yeah.
The future is blue whenever the Rangers actually get through the conference finals.
Blue. That's our color.
Exactly.
Blue's our color.
When was the last time you got through the conference finals? What?
2014.
Yeah.
When was the last
More
time
than
the
10 years.
Canadians were there?
I don't know, 2021, buddy.
Oh.
Oh,
We-
the
we
COVID
made it
year.
in
No,
the
it doesn't
2020.
count. It's the
Doesn't
COVID
count.
year.
Oh, Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse. It was fully
Mickey
Mickey
Mouse.
Mouse. All right.
But yeah, that game was
It was-
so good. 4 unanswered goals. Great
JT Miller, Matthew Robertson.
first career goal.
Oh, I'm so happy we're so back. It has never been more back than it is right now for Rangers
I
fans.
blame Samuel Montembeau. He must be shot out of a cannon from the top of Mount Royal. Please.
And Chris, you know what makes it even better?
What?
Igor wasn't even in net.
Igor wasn't even in net. Yes.
Yes, because Jonathan
Jonathan
Quick
Quick.
is having a resurgence to the career that should have ended with the Los Angeles Kings.
I
Anyways,
keep saying you should have ended, but
anyways,
Listen, the only thing that
unfortunately, I do
hasn't
have to
ended
continue
is the
the,
Canadians losing
the
streak.
Rangers talk because a certain few people in here were in attendance for a game between the Rangers and the Sabres.
Double
Unfortunately,
whammy.
yeah, we've got the
Oh, look
picture
at that.
right
Oh
here.
my! And look at that guy on the end. He
That's
doesn't.
a criminal
that,
picture, by the way. I'm
the
not
guy
even
right
smiling
on the
at that
far
picture.
left of
There's
your
a better
screen.
picture. You knew the outcome
There's
before
a
the
better
game started.
picture. Unfortunately,
You
this
knew
is
it.
the one with the most people in it because we've got you, Chris, Joe, Michelle, a whole bunch of people from WTOP here went to the KeyBank Center to see the
worst hockey I've
The
Yeah, the
best
worst
hockey.
in my life.
The
It was
best
so
hockey.
good, bro.
Dude,
Passing
all right,
was
I
okay, okay, Sabres fan, give your piece.
The passing was abominable. The offense was abominable. The defense was abominable. It all left Alex Lyon, who actually played pretty well. He kept it to a 1-0 game up until 3 minutes left in the third period. With then it just
I was gonna say, what happened there?
everything just broke loose, and we left some guys open on the wing to just have
There's a lot left
practice
open.
shooting on
Yeah,
Lyon.
You left the net open, bud.
Yeah.
A lot there, Eric.
But really, the only good thing that came out of that was the goaltending. Other than that, booing was happening at the start of the third period.
Yeah, and we
of
do
the
have to
first
mention
game
the
of
one
season.
clip that happened at the end of that was actually went
Yeah.
viral of a kid.
Oh, the Sabres fan ranting. Yeah, no, that's
I think
basically
we saw
me
that,
in my
didn't we?
car to my
Yeah,
dad.
I'm
You
pretty
might
sure.
have seen him.
I'm pretty sure I heard some guy yelling like while we were walking out. I don't know. I was too
Yeah.
busy celebrating. One thing I do want to mention, he was in our section. It was me, Joe, and 4 other people: Michelle, Gilly, my girlfriend's friend. But I will say what I do remember. Once that second goal happened, there was a lot of Sabres fans leaving. I'm not sure why. The game
It's
wasn't
almost
over.
like we haven't made the
Absolutely.
playoffs in 14
Yeah,
years.
I don't know.
So,
I-
How many
they
years?
were.
Can
How-
you
just
hear
a
the
little-
I
camera?
can't
little
hear you.
tired.
One more
Repeat that
time.
again.
Ooh.
All
How many years?
Now,
Ooh.
with all that
Best team in New
Rangers
York.
success here, we do have to talk about some Sabres success against a fairly notable team. The Sabres, get this, beat the defending Stanley Cup champions, the Florida Panthers, 3-0.
I was gonna say I gotta put an asterisk there. We shut them out. They're the most bipolar team in the NHL.
Yeah.
That was quite possibly one of the worst weeks of hockey, followed by one of the best weeks of hockey. They scored 8 goals prior to the Panthers game, and then coming into the Panthers game, they went 2 for 2 to start on the power play goal, which is one of their biggest struggles. And it was Josh Doan scoring both of those goals. We won the Paterka trade. That's what I'm hearing. Definitely not. But it was followed up by, again, good goaltending by Lyon, who was able to shut them out on 32 shots faced. So I'm hopeful for the foreseeable future for the Sabres. I'm not as depressed anymore.
Yeah, I was about to say, I mean, the Sabres do have a little bit of hope in their
The Wild just
hands.
tied it up.
A little
Oh,
sketchy.
yeah. So as of 7-18, yeah, the Wild are now equal with the New York Rangers.
At least we scored at home.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't have that problem.
Yeah,
No, you just have problem with winning.
Sabres don't know how to score at home, though. We learned
Says
that
the
one.
team that's not 4-2 like we are. Anyways, so like I said, the Sabres actually brought it out against Florida. Well, like I said, you mentioned they're
what is with
a
that?
bipolar team.
How do you
Not
lose to
even
the
the
Rangers
fans
and then beat the
understand
Panthers?
what's going on. It's really an abuse.
I was about to
Sabres
say, how many
hockey.
paper
Like, it's
bags
like, I'm so
were
done with
overheads?
hockey. We're selling tickets for $8.
Yeah, no, they were
Oh,
even
and then
for
we're-
$4,
and then we-
dude.
yeah.
They were for
$4.
$4.
It's
So
bad.
we should go back out there, you know, cheer on the
Canadian.
Sabres.
You-
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
let's go
hot
cheer on the
dog.
Sabres.
Maybe we should show
You
them
can
how
get
to
a
score a goal
Sabres
at home.
ticket for
I don't think
cheaper
they know
than
how
a
to do
hot
that.
dog at a
Yeah, I
ballpark.
agree.
Oh.
Correct,
That-
which I think is wild. Anyways, we must now pander to Evan over here because his very New York Islanders went up against the Ottawa Senators, who are as well one of the most just weird, why are you not doing well teams. Like, give us the lowdown here.
So I'm going to start by saying I never thought I would ever be so happy sitting at the bottom of the division with a losing record, but the Islanders have been fun to watch. So
that's very true.
they've been a fun team to watch. Even when losing, we're always giving it our all. We're a team that wants to win, and you can see that. We were trailing this whole game, always either a point or two behind, and we just made it happen. Horvat is hot right now with a hat trick in the last game against Edmonton and then another goal against Ottawa. And Sorokin is fine. I mean, it's kind of hard to blame all the goals on him when we don't really have the best defense like blocking up for him.
Schaefer, though.
We do have Schaefer, which we'll talk a bit more about Schaefer later. He's been looking very good. We have Lee, who proved why he's the captain during that game. He basically manhandled that game-winning goal in the last minute and 3 seconds of the game, securing the 5-4 victory. And honestly, it was a pretty fun game to watch.
Yeah, I was about to say, especially when it comes down to, the last minute or so. Trust me, the Canadians know a little bit about that. Literally, in his interview, Cole Caulfield literally went, can we keep the games to a little bit shorter? But anyways, so we got to go to break here. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got more to cover when we come back, including 2 teams that are performing remarkably well and stupendously bad. We'll find out which ones when we return on Hockey Talk.
Get rid of all the questions.
If only we had someone who could tell us what we should and shouldn't watch.
Well, do we have a show for you?
Who are you?
What are you doing in my bed?
On Be Kind and Rewind, we will go through and review all your favorite movie franchises.
And tell you which ones you should and shouldn't watch from the perspective of normal movie fans. Well, be sure to check out Be Kind and Rewind on WTOP 10.
Welcome back to Hockey Talk, the show made by hockey fans for hockey fans. My name is Rob Finger, alongside Eric Palmieri, Evan Shomes, Chris DeLuca, and Joe Seidman. Now, we have some news to get into, so let's not waste any time. Matthew Schaefer, the first overall pick, is showing that he's actually a decent first overall pick.
100%. So Schaefer continued the 5-point game streak on the past game against Ottawa with an assist to Max Shabanov. And we're coming up on a game this tomorrow, actually, against the San Jose Sharks of all teams, where if he just gets 1 point, he officially ties the point streak per game for a rookie defenseman's start of their career, which is a 6-game point streak, which is currently held by Marek Zdolski. So all he needs is 1 point, and it's the Sharks. So I'm pretty confident.
It's pretty easy to come by. That's also some pretty good company to be in with Marek Zdolski.
Here's the other thing: it's the Sharks. They're gonna remember they're gonna win the division, so it's gonna start getting.
Oh yeah.
Right. Strike again.
It's the Islanders.
It is the Islanders. They can never hold the record.
Never.
Maybe. I mean, let's face it, though. He's proved to be like a star pick.
He is a player.
Especially in the past couple of years. First overall picks have not been like the greatest.
Yep. It's really impressive how one player can totally change how you watch a hockey game. Like last season and the seasons before, I can't lie, it's been a tough watch. But with adding this one guy to the roster, it's been an entertaining game every play.
Absolutely. So next, speaking of those San Jose Sharks, they have still yet to win the game.
Listen, it's all part of the strategy, all right?
They got 2 points.
Part of the strategy.
You're going to have to do some serious explaining here,
Okay,
Chris DeLuca.
listen. Just like how the New York Rangers waited until the last minute to score a home goal on a goal on home ice, the San Jose Sharks are waiting to get their first win before they go on an absolute heater. I'm telling you right now, 50-game win streak.
Are you talking like
50-game win streak starting?
Are you talking like a lose 3 straight, win 16 straight like
That's what
Edmonton was doing?
Yes, that's what I'm talking.
We're
No,
not-
like the
they're
Predators
not-
did like in 2 years ago.
They are not the Edmonton Oilers. They are not the Nashville Predators from 10 years ago.
Rob, we need to acknowledge something too. And, you know, I love Chris DeLuca, but he told me before the season that the San Jose Sharks were going to make the playoffs.
They're going to make the
They've
playoffs.
let up 25 goals
They're
in
going
5 games.
Hey, it's
Not-
still
not
so
to be that guy, but
25
they're
goals
going to make
in
the
5
playoffs.
games. It doesn't
They're-
matter how much you score. You need a goaltender that can actually do something.
Scoring is not their problem. They're scoring, but when you're letting up like 6 to 7 goals a game, like it's over. You can't do anything with that.
You never know. I mean, it's the San Jose Sharks. They've got one of the best vibes in the NHL, but vibes don't win you games.
Yes,
as
they
of
can.
yet.
Yes, they can, and they will. Sharks
All
going
right.
on a 16-game win streak.
that's why the Sabres-
Book
Speaking
it.
of
That's why
Book
the
it.
Sabres
winning
haven't won games,
teams,
because the vibes.
The Detroit Red Wings are finally showing that the Iser plan is working.
No, it's not.
It only took
It's-
5 or 6 years.
Listen,
right?
listen.
Collecting
Five-game
players.
winning
Hold on.
streak.
Before-
And here's the thing: the only team to beat them is the Montreal Canadiens.
And who beat the Montreal Canadiens? The New York Rangers.
Who waited until right now to score a goal at home? The New York Rangers.
And who's not going to make the playoffs this year? The Montreal Canadiens.
Who didn't make the playoffs after winning the President's Trophy? The New York Rangers.
And the last
I
time we
respect
did that,
this.
we won the cup the year after. Just saying.
Anyways, that was literally 30 years ago. But like I
So
said,
was
the
your
Red
cup.
Wings, how are they actually like winning?
Because
Really?
the Red Wings, every single year, they're going to start off really good. It's just like the Ducks. They start off like on a 9-game win streak or like just doing incredibly well, and then they.
Okay, but the Ducks are legit. Like, I'm on the Ducks hype train. I
Yeah,
think
they got
they're a
Chris
great
Kreider.
Team. Kreider, Trouba, bunch of young pieces. I'm,
Did you score Trouba with young pieces?
yeah,
I was about to say, hold on, buddy.
Gotta
Hold
rep
on.
Trouba. Always my ex-Rangers. But I think the Ducks are good. And also, shout out the Red Wings. Dylan Larkin has looked unbelievable.
Okay, yeah.
And then
to
you
be
gotta
fair,
look at their opponents too, though. I mean, you got back-to-back wins against Toronto, got to win against Florida, win against Tampa Bay, and you got to win against Edmonton. Like, these are not like the Senators and the Sabres and the Rangers that they're beating. Like, these are legit playoff contender teams. So pretty
Rangers
sweet.
are a playoff contender.
Yes,
well,
exactly. I was
like
about
I
to say.
said, I mean, kudos here to the Detroit Red Wings for actually beating some good teams and starting out like nobody expected them to. Well, ladies and gents, we've come towards the end of our show, but we'll leave you with some games to watch out for in the next few weeks. Starting with the Oswego State Lakers, both the men's and women's teams take on the Nazareth Golden Flyers to close out their preseasons. We'll have all the coverage for both games next Saturday, with women's coverage starting at 2:30 and the men's coverage starting at 6:30.
Next, we'll head to the NHL, where my New York Islanders are taking on the before-mentioned Detroit Red Wings this coming Thursday. That game will be down at the UBS Arena, or as I like to call it, the Dubs Arena. Islanders will be playing host before going on the road for a 4-game road trip. That game will be on ESPN and the MSG networks starting at 7 p.m.
After that, the Buffalo Sabres are taking on their neighbors from over the border, the Toronto Maple Leafs, with ticket prices sure to be taken advantage of by Leafs fans. This doubleheader is a home and away affair, with Friday's game happening in Buffalo and Saturday's game taking place in Toronto. Friday's coverage will be on MSG, and Saturday's game will be on ESPN+.
And finally, the Montreal Canadiens are taking on the Ottawa Senators for the first time since their very eventful preseason games, with this one sure to provide just as much action. That one is happening at the Bell Center on November 1st, with coverage being provided by ESPN+, courtesy of Sportsnet Canada. That one is sure to be one that racks up the penalty minutes, as these two were certainly not friends in the preseason. Well, gents, any final thoughts here?
I will say the one thing I think we can all agree on is Sabres taking on the Maple Leafs. Go Sabres. I don't want to hear this. I don't want to see the Maple
Who
Leafs.
likes Toronto?
Who likes Toronto?
Who honestly
Yes.
likes Toronto?
This is a take
Go
I can
Sabres,
get on.
go Mariners. I know it's hockey show,
Yes,
but go
okay,
Mariners.
fair enough.
I don't want to see the Blue Jays.
Fair enough.
Just saying. Just saying.
Well, that'll do it for our program here tonight. Lots of good hockey coming up in the next few weeks, and we'll be back November 3rd with another edition of Hockey Talk for you. For Eric Palmieri, Evan Sholmes, Chris DeLuca, and Joe Seidman, I've been Rob Finger. We'll see you next time on Hockey Talk.